Groovy. Alright, look at that. Ooh. The hell is this? Alright, this is going to be a heck of a fun time. We are going to play with this tonight. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So who we got? Cyber. PB. Wait until we get a few more people in, and then we'll go from there. Bum. See what else is going on. What do we got on here? What does it say on here? Well, that's a pretty sweet looking car. I watched Doug DeMuro review this car. Very interesting. Very interesting car. Kind of ugly, but very fast. Very fast indeed. We're going to build it. That's a pretty neat little feature right there. Orange wheels. That's pretty cool. Give it a minute more here. And then we will start. Let's get one or two more, then we get going. So, nothing says we can't take it out of the box, though. So let's go ahead. Let's do that, shall we? Hope you two are well this evening. Whoever you are. Got the instruction manual, kind of necessary. Stickers. If anybody has seen my things that I've posted on Flickr, I don't like stickers. I rarely use them. Got some different wheel options here. Ooh, some of those look kind of neat. All right. Got the new wheel arch. I think I have this on the Mustang. Very cool. All right. Oh, hey there, guys. It's Alex. It's PB. Oh, PB, I didn't know you were streaming. Actually, I checked before I did it, and I didn't see anybody streaming, so... Except for the big names, and, well, I can't help that they're streaming. They're always streaming. Yes, I know. Hooray for a Lego stream. I wanted to do this last week, but I was very busy. I had to reschedule. And I meant to mention it earlier today, but guess what? I was busy again. It's odd how that works, isn't it? But I hope you guys are well. We're going to have fun with this. And PB, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You can, I don't know, do something bad. I don't know. I don't know what you want to do. But we got little people. Look. Yeah, I know Jeremy's streaming. I figured he only had 600 some odd, which is it wasn't a high number, so. I appreciate you being in here though, Cyber. I always love having you guys in here. You know, I used to ditch out on Jeremy and watch some smaller channels too after a while, because it was you see they all kind of get the same, right? Well, we got this little dude wearing his little McLaren outfit. That's a pretty slick outfit right there. Ooh yeah. Where's his hat? Can't be a race car driver without a hat. He comes with a hat, right? Gotta have a hat in here somewhere. Look at that. Now it's official. Oh, you ditched him a few minutes when he started? Yeah, I don't really feel, I mean, some YouTubers feel like they have to apologize for, streaming on the same night as a major YouTuber. And it's like, everybody gets a chance to stream. That's my advice. So, Alex, tonight, we're going to be building this right here. We're going to be building the McLaren Senna, as reviewed by the great Doug DeMuro. And that's going to be nice. That's going to be really, it's going to be a great car. I'm pretty excited. It's a little ugly of a car, but it's a good car nonetheless. This guy says hi. Set him over here. There we go. You shy away from the bigger streams too. They're fun, but there's no chance to really talk to anybody. That's true. Especially when they get to be about, a couple thousand, especially Jeremy streams, you get 1,000 or so, and you just endlessly the chat just continuously goes, and you're lost. Hey Darthfish, it's nice to see you in here, man. Yeah, he doesn't see the chats and comments unless he sees super chats anymore. It's impossible at that size. Yeah, plus the stream goes by so fast. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, Darthfish. It is going to be very cool, Alex. Very cool indeed. We're going to shuffle some of these parts aside here so that everybody can see the lovely instruction manual that we got here. You did not comment a lot, but I commented before it got crowded, got drowned out by super chats. Yeah, that happens. And I'm not exactly the richest of fools, so I don't do the super chats very frequently. I've only done a handful of those. Oh, look, we get to build the wind tunnel thing first. That looks pretty neat. That looks pretty slick. Add slow mode onto a stream. Yeah, I guess you should do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's the problem you get with all the bigger streams. Even my man John Talks. He's been kind of more aloof lately. Not as available. And so I haven't really been over there much recently either. Which, it's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think, did we skip a piece here? Oh, we did. We skipped. Look at that. Look at that. I'm trying to jump ahead. What the heck's the matter with me? All right. So what we need one of these. No, not one of those. So many pieces. So many pieces. Yeah. It'd be a really nice stream. If it was a little slower. I think we're supposed to put 3 of these on here, and I'm only seeing, all right, jumping to conclusions. All right, I guess we're making this fan. Okay, let's see here. Put that on there like that. Boom. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Let's see here. Yep. So I guess that's what that's supposed to be like. Apparently. I guess we need some of these 3 pieces here. Put that on there like that. So how is everybody's evening, aside from me screwing up everybody's live streams, which I'm unapologetic about. Darth Vicious says it looks like there are some cool pieces you could use to build a spaceship in that set. There are actually a couple cool pieces that would look very nice on a spaceship. And maybe someday I'll be able to do that. I don't keep all the cars that I get that are sets together in one piece. Sometimes I take them apart, sometimes I tweak them. As a matter of fact, I'll set this aside for now. Last stream, we built this right here. Last stream, last Lego stream anyway, we built this cop car. Now we made it sans the stickers here. We didn't add the stickers, but this is what we built. And I mentioned on the stream that I was going to. Oh, thank you, Cyber. I'm glad you don't mind. Oh yeah, if you were not busy, you would stream on DLive tomorrow. Oh yes. So the finished product that we actually went with the car, Alex might remember, because I gave him a sneak preview, is this right here. This is the car that I decided to build. It's actually a convertible. This comes off here. It actually looks quite stunning as a convertible now. And I kept some of the elements, changed the majority of it. But I kept the windshield. I kept the roof. Some of the general shaping of it I kept. But everything else got stretched by a stud. And yeah, it's a little bit more interesting of a car now. But that's what I like to do. I'll turn it into something else. So now this is an Angel Guard Industries. And you guys can pick the name of the car. What's an Angel Guard Industries car now? AGI. My own little marquee. So that's generally what I tend to do with stuff. And I'll usually do that off camera and just... that's what I'm planning on doing. Alex says, I was looking after my nieces all day today. Had to do a lot of errands, a lot of housework, some cooking, and I fell asleep about 6 p.m. at my time. Woke up close to 9, and now here you are. Well, I'm glad you woke up. I'm glad you're here. Sounds like you had a loaded day for sure, sir. That's quite a day. I hope you cooked something really delicious, by the way. Hope it was something very, very smashing. Darfisha says, when I buy a Lego set, I follow the instructions and put it up for about a week. Then I bastardize the parts to build spaceships. You know what? I do something similar most of the time. I don't usually keep my sets up for very long myself. I don't know, there's a couple sets here and there that are special that I couldn't take. I showed off the last episode. I showed off the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo. I can't take that apart. That's special. All my brickheads, I haven't taken those apart. My Millennium Falcon that stays together. My clone turbo tank that's staying together. So it's, you gotta pick and choose which ones are worth keeping and which ones are worthy of being dismantled and dismembered for parts. Oh, we forgot the dude's wrench. Can't work on his car. I mean, it is a McLaren. It's British, so it's he's gonna need this wrench at some point. It's a matter of When, not if. Anyway, so we're building our fan here. So we set that aside. We got our little piece here, right? Telling us to flip it over. And now we got some of these fantastic. These parts are great. So I hear what you're saying about yanking them your stuff apart. I like to build cars personally. I do spaceships as well. There's a particular ship right here. This is a custom Star Wars vessel that I came up with. I came up with this actually. I started this project a couple of years ago, and it sat half baked for quite some time. It's kind of like it's similar to an E-wing, but not quite. And so, I come up with things like that. But I have been on cars for a while. That's the kind of stuff I like. I used to do nothing but spaceships and stuff like that, and I kind of branched over to cars, and I haven't looked back too much. You fried some chicken and fish. I like both of those things, sir. You're speaking my style, sir. I like that stuff. You have to get a capture card again so you can do some game nights and invite some people in the family. Yeah, dude, you gotta. I know those things are probably not cheap. So I hope you can get that squared away, and so you can start doing your thing again, man. Because that's really disappointing when you can't do what you really like to do. We're looking for that. I see the fan, right? I see that. I see this guy right here. You do not have the money for a new one. Well, I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. Getting a Lego set from time to time is a stretch of the budget, which is why eventually what I'm going to be doing is begging for tips in order to buy a Lego set that I can build on, in an episode and then pimp out. And then, every other one or so I'd like to give away. And that's how I would do giveaways, would be to buy use the tip function as a means to get something that could be used directly on the stream, and most of the times go back right to viewers, which I think would be really great. Of course, I'd like to have a few more viewers to make it a little bit more fair, so Alex doesn't get a Lego set every week, or Cyber. You're stuck until you are stuck until time. Then when will that time be over? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. That's a nice little ship. I like building bigger ships. Yeah, I just don't have the pieces for a lot of bigger ships. I wish I did, though. I sure wish I did. Cyber says, all I know is when my card broke, my channel fell because Halo is the driving force for my channel. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You have the Elgato HD 60S. See, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds expensive. Elgato sounds like a very, very expensive name, even though that means cat, right? You moved to Florida last year. You flew, so you couldn't take all your stuff. Yeah, I know how that goes. You gave the upstairs neighbor's kid all of your Legos. Whoops! A big tote full of Legos. Thousands, I would be guessing. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have my Legos. It's a good source of, therapy. I like to work with my hands. And we're going to set our fan aside. I'll start working on the car now. Because I don't like playing with fans. I don't know about you guys. I'm sorry you lost all your Legos, by the way. You don't have $150. I would put my Streamlabs donation in the description of my videos, but it feels weird when it is not for a live stream. Yeah, I get that. Game capture device. Oh, I gotcha. Interesting. Oh, thousands of dollars worth of Legos. Yeah, that was kind of dumb, dude. I'm not going to sugarcoat that one. But I know how that feels because I left quite a hefty load of Legos in Florida. Why is it always Florida? When I ditched my ex and moved here, I sacrificed that and sacrificed Marine Corps dress blues and some other very sentimental items. So I get you. I get you, man. It's okay now. You get to start from scratch, just like I did. In fact, the only thing I had. Here, do I even still have it built? Well, actually, that's funny. Now I actually don't have it built. Oh, well, I do have Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, the Ultimate Collector series. That was one of the only four things that I had when I came here, when I moved to Arizona, and the rest of it's all taken apart. Whoops. Yeah, Cyber, I'm kind of like that too. I also don't like to beg for money. I kind of look at the tip thing from my perspective because, this isn't, the YouTube thing isn't a job for me, right? And it's not a full-time job for me. And but I also don't really have, with a 4-year-old, I also really don't have a budget for, you know, Legos and stuff like that. And I can't, buy Legos all the time. Um, but the way I look at it is if I am putting the Legos or the money back towards the community by doing giveaways, that is a little bit different because I'm not really keeping the money and buying myself a Ferrari or whatever the heck fancy YouTubers do, right? It's going towards somebody else. It's getting invested into the community. It's getting invested into, um, you know, um, yeah, it's going back to you guys. I'm not keeping that for the most part. Of course, every once in a while, it's like, oh, that'll buy me a beer. But most of the time, it just, be able to buy a set, maybe a bigger set we can play with. Of course, get a bigger, better camera setup, so I can do that. But um, yeah, unless it's for charity, but that's different. Yeah, exactly. Darfisha says, I told my girlfriend that when I'm YouTube famous, I'm going to buy the $500 Millennium Falcon. I tried telling my wife that, and she said, no, you won't. Because there's nowhere to put it. And that is a good goal, though. It is a very worthy goal. I'm not going to, knock your goal. I will say, if your girlfriend lets you do that, hey, you got a good girl right there. Not that my wife's not a good girl. I'm just saying. Um, Alex said, I want to buy the $100 NECA Ninja Turtles figures, all four of them. Plus, there's figures coming out for the Shredder, Splinter, and the Foot Clan Ninjas. Nice. Are those like the type of figures that are like, a foot tall and like super duper posable and different face things and amazingly detailed and all that stuff? Because that would be cool. I like that kind of stuff. I mean, I feel like an idiot because some of the things I left in Florida were I had a great deal of Gundam Wing action figures, like the small ones, but they were very detailed, and I had Mega Man X. I had Zero from the old Mega Man X video game series, and I left those. And now, if I try to find pretty much those or something similar, even just plain statues, they're, $100, $200. It's pretty ridiculous. So I'm an idiot. If Cyber was YouTube famous, he would heavily invest in a great recording streaming setup. Well, that would be a good thing to do because you're investing back into what you do, and you'll make another room. It'll just have to move one kid in with another kid. That's funny, dude. That's funny. Yeah, sometimes the kids got to suffer for the parents' sake, right? Um, Alex said 18 inches super detailed. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the big giant ones. Yowza. That's cool, dude. That's freaking amazing, man. I couldn't, I don't know. It's like, I love that kind of stuff. It's like, just like the build though, you know, it's, see, this is my poison. It's like, these things. Because you can take it apart and build something else. X and 0. Yes. I did have X and 0. The band, were they Bandai or what brand were those? They weren't actually, we have this thing called the internet. So let's hear it. It was, so the one I had, it wasn't D-Arts, was it? It was the halfway D. Oh, good grief. Not that one. It was either the D-Arts Zero Type 2 action figure, or it was the what brand was that? This is gonna bother me because they made, was it Bandai? Might have been Bandai, actually. Now I think of it. Yeah, that's right. I think it was Bandai. Yeah, it was pretty cool though. I missed that thing. It was pretty awesome. I like Zero. Zero is my favorite video game character of all time. Actually, you should move all 5 kids into one room. Build them bunk beds. Then I'll have room for more toys. Yeah, just take their toys away too. You know, just complete the whole thing. Take their toys. Say your toys are now my toys. You know what? My son doesn't play with his toys. And I keep saying, well, I'm just going to sell your toys and buy myself more Legos. And then that gets him to go play with his toys because he doesn't want to play with his toys. I don't get it. I used to love playing with my toys. I'd get upset if people told me I couldn't play with my toys. I'd be like, no, leave me alone. I want to play with my toys. And no, it's time to go to bed. Now it's, I tell my kid, dude, go to bed. Or, now it's time to go to bed. Yeah, he says, no, I don't want to go to bed, but it's not because he's playing with his toys. I just don't get it. Children these days are just, they don't know how easy they got it. I had to walk uphill in the snow both ways, middle of winter and summer. No shoes. And he's complaining about playing with toys. I mean, that's just wrong. Let's move this over just a little bit. There we go. All right. So this car is coming along quite nice. It's kind of nice. It's will YouTube be nice to you now? I hope so. Whoa, what? It signed you out of your personal account. Yeah. I don't know. Snow, winter, dragons, all that stuff, exactly. And don't forget, the dragon chased me. Chased me all the way to school. And then all the way home. Like, it was like a fire-breathing Scott Farkas. Oh, you almost commented with it? Nice, that would have been cool. But it signed you out. That's no fun. Oh, boy. What do we got? Oh, yeah. We got, it says I have another one of these to put on here. Oh, it was hiding. Pieces just, they hide from you. They don't want to be put together, so they hide. It's not funny. It's no funny. No funny. You did take all their toys away. They didn't clean their room for 4 days. You warned them. You told them you would throw them away. Ooh, I tell them that all the time. It usually gets them to play with his toys. I do it for the exact opposite reason. It's funny. It's hilarious, actually. You guys don't need to know who I am yet. Oh, you're somebody famous. You're somebody famous, Cyber, aren't you? You're like, we're gonna come to find out you're like, uh, that kid from, uh, you're like the kid from Jerry Maguire or something, and then your awful secrets out, and then we know who you are. We're like, yo, we're friends with the guy from the kid from Jerry Maguire. He's like grown up now, and yeah, he oh no, you're not famous. Oh, infamous. I just don't want people to know my name. That's why you got to use a pseudonym like Cybernetic Husky. It's a terrific pseudonym. Nobody will ever guess your secret identity when you pose as a dog. You know, you're a guy. Well, I get that. You're a guy. Cybernetic Husky. You're a robot dog. I know exactly who you are, dude. You're a robot dog. Bob Iger and Bob Iger. If you watch your channel, you would be able to tell. But you're famous. Kim Kardashian. Maybe it could be. That'd be interesting. I don't know. If you watch your channel, Bob Iger. No, I said it was poor people. Matt Damon. Matt Damon's pretty poor. I mean, have you seen in a movie lately? I mean, he must have blown it all on the chicks, right? Ah, this is gonna eat me up, man. I gotta know who I think he's telling everybody this stuff. So either he's like really super famous and he just doesn't want us to know, and he's like, no, you'll know who I am. You'll know who I am. It's like, well, how many famous people have blown their money? It's like you're probably a past lottery winner that, okay, you won $10 million lottery, and then you bought an extravagant mansion on an island with a yacht and 21 cars with no roads to drive it on, filled your house with gold stuff, gold statues, and elephant tusk, cookware, a real ivory toilet with, instead of like just water in it, it's like flavored water. And then you blew all that stuff, and you blew all your money, and then you ended up living in a trailer park after that. And not in a trailer on a trailer park. You lived in like a cardboard box in a trailer park. Not the trailer park's bad, but it's just or you just lived in an alley. I don't think I'm right though. I really don't. I also hope I'm not right. That would be sad. I don't like sad things. All right, so you're a nobody. Well, dude, everybody's a somebody. That's the way I look at it. Everybody's a somebody. That's why when some of these people get, where they got to color their hair blue and, tattoo their face and get piercings all over and run around saying, I'm special. It's like, yeah, you are special. Now you're special for a different reason, but everybody was special. Everybody is special. Everybody's unique. And it makes me sad when people don't think that. Nobody has to do anything to be special. You moved into a trailer when you were on the lam. Gotcha. Yeah. It's actually, there's nothing really wrong with trailers. My aunt and uncle, they managed a trailer park, and it was a really nice trailer park. And it was it was nice. Their trailer was nice, and nobody was a hillbilly or anything there. It was just people. I mean, it's kind of culture down in Louisiana. A lot of trailer parks down there. And strangely so, for as much as it floods and stuff. Boy, does it flood. So, we got It's saying we need some of these right here. I think those go in there like that. Like that. Alright, and now we got yeah, you're special, you're very special. Darfishes says, I'm special because my mom told me so. Well, you know what? You know, your mom was right. Your mom was right. See, my mom actually told me the exact opposite. She told me I wasn't special. And I think a lot of the millennial kids get told that they're not special. But they don't realize. They don't need somebody else really to tell them that they're special. But sorry to be so philosophical and so deep on a Lego stream of all things. Because we're only brick deep, right? Just bricks. So, I mean, this card's looking alright. So, it's starting to take kind of a shape, right? It's a shape. But, I don't know, Mr. Mac here approves. So, we'll just keep trucking along with it. Cyber, you say there were kids who thought they were special, but they just needed a slap to the side of the head. Well, you know what? I think we all, at one point in our life, need a slap to the side of the head and said, "Wake up," you know. This is, we all make mistakes. We all do some silly things, and we all need to be held accountable for them, really. But I digress. I digress. I don't know if any of you guys know who Anthony Brian Logan is, but it's funny. He always says, "But I digress," because he'll get off on a tangent about something. He's like, "But I digress," and he's pretty funny. Smart dude. Always learn something interesting from that guy. I wonder what this is. I just wonder what this is. I don't know. It's pretty neat though. It's kind of crazy looking. I think Alex probably fell back asleep from what he described. It sounded like he had a pretty hefty day. Taking care of his nieces, cooking, cleaning, probably darn socks too. Maybe sewed a couple of oh, there he is. There's Alex. Spare the rod, spoil a child. I was not spared. Neither was I, sir. Nah, you're just here just listening. I figured you were. I like to make silly comments from now on again. As you know, I am prone to do. Oh, this is interesting. It's got these little peg things on it. That's a neat part, actually. I have a couple of other of those parts. They make for very good exhaust pipes for some things. The Ferrari F40 uses it. The Lego set for the Ferrari F40. Pretty cool. To this day, I am surprised I did not put someone in a hospital while I was in school. Well, some things happen. I'm thankful you didn't either. So we might not be having this conversation. Yeah, it's unfortunate that any time things would come to that, right? Uh-oh, your newborn is waking up. Shh, gotta be careful. You gotta be quiet, sir. Gotta be very quiet. Just because they needed the, speed out of them. And you know what? Sometimes people need a whooping. But on the other hand, I've done quite well throughout my life. Even throughout the Marine Corps, I've never had to throw a punch at another person, and I'm pretty happy about that. Because I just don't really like fighting all that much. And there's a lot of people that they need a little bit of a adjustment, true. But I've never really felt like that's my place. I'm pretty for a jarhead, I'm pretty peaceful. I mean, I got temper, like a good Marine should, but I'm pretty peaceful nonetheless. Oh, look at these. So these are these little box pieces. Okay. All right, these pieces really come in handy for different stuff. I love these pieces. Newborns are fun, man. Dartfish's newborns are fun. And by fun, I mean they can be lots of fun, but when they're waking you up all the time, oh, boy howdy. Boy howdy. I simultaneously miss when my son was an infant. He was so cute, so cuddly. But on the other hand, I do like my sleep at night. And I get it. Oh boy, do I get it. Oh, this must be the front of the car. Okay. Well, that's neat. That's cool. All right. Yep, look at that. Right there. So, but I'm confused because I don't remember putting that piece in there. Or did we miss a spot? Oh, we missed a step. Ah, that's right. We gotta put that in there like that, which we did. Looks nice. Starting to kind of look like a car. And then we got a couple pieces here that look neat. Got this one right here. Got that one right there. And it looks like that. And that's right. Yeah. All right. So. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. I see how they did that. Now that's really clever. So, hip. Oh. So that's really clever. So that they actually used. So these are like axe heads, and I think they use these a lot in the Nexo Knights, which has been discontinued. I always wanted to buy a set or two of those. They're actually pretty cool. But they put them in the little pegs right here, and they keep it rotated like that. That's pretty neat, actually. Clever. Found some baby clothes from when your niece was still an infant. I showed it to her today. Told her I couldn't believe she was that small. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's not crazy. And since you sound like a pretty good uncle and all that stuff, and you sound like you do a lot to help around, help out and stuff, and that's cool. So you almost feel like one of the parents, in that kind of situation. I have some friends of mine that I met in 2008, and they had the wife just gave birth not too long after I met my friends, and not my wife, my friend, his wife, and now now they have two girls. The oldest girl's like turning 11, and it's like, where did this time go? And she's so tall, and you're like I watched you. We watched you when your parents went out once on a date, and I held you for the parents several times when they needed me to help out. I was like, just incredible how fast kids grow up. It's it's an inevitable thing, inevitability. Oh, wow. Look, throwing in some more flares here. Look at that stuff. That's interesting. So it looks like we're putting in a couple pieces right here. One right there. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. That's pretty smart. I like that. You kind of want to play with Legos now. Yeah, so that's what these streams do. Gets you in that mindset, you know? Totally gets you in that mindset. Oh, that's okay. That's kind of neat. I like that. That's clever. Okay. Alex says, oh, definitely. A few years back, I was looking after my nieces just about every day of the week. Their parents went to work, so I took them to school and back and looked after them most of the day. And that includes some summer breaks, any school holidays. It was hard work, but you don't regret it all. Dude, you sound like a freaking awesome guy when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, I salute you. And tomorrow when I drink beer, I will remember what you said, and I will say this one's for Alex. Super Uncle Alex. 'Cause that's pretty cool, dude. I gotta say. Um, that's I'm really happy that I know a person like you because I respect that a lot. I really do. Because there's parents that don't even have that much dedication. You know, when you help out a family member who's they're working, put food on the dinner table, and you help out and you watch their kids, and the kids appreciate it and the parents appreciate it, and I think that helps the family bond and stuff like that. The whole family, not just it's just good stuff all around. I'm not really good at talking mushy stuff like that, so I apologize. But yeah. Oh, Tear. I had you at hello, Tear. Uh, where are we here? We got oh, well, we're not going to use the stickers. That's one thing that that's just one thing I won't do. But okay, so but we do have some flat pieces here that we're going to be doing. Well, I mean it, dude. I do mean it. Because I mean, my parents were deadbeat, and I had my grandparents take care of me, and I had my aunt and uncle be a big part of my life. And to this day, they're kind of like I look at them like parent type figures. Secondary parent figures because I spent so much time with them. They watched me a lot. Heck, the first time I met my uncle, because it's actually he's my uncle by marriage, but he's like part of the family. I was 3. I was maybe 3, around 2 or 3, and he saw my shoelace was untied, bent over and tied my shoelace, and that was my introduction to my uncle. And from then on, I've always cared about him like he was part of like just like one of my blood relatives. He's a Marine, just like I mean, he's part of the reason I joined the Marine Corps. So he was in the Marines. So it's uncles can be a big part of a person's life. They can be a part of a person's life just as much. Darth V, your family's like that. We help each other, but when we help each other out when you can. Your girlfriend's family are a bunch of selfish. Yeah, I get you. Unfortunately, it's hard to get away from that anymore in life. It really is. But it sounds like you guys are making things work, and you're doing really doing the best you can, and that's all that can be expected, right? The best you can. Oh, check that out. Starting to kind of look like the picture, I think. Oh. Oh, okay. So, Okay, so then you gotta cover up the sides here. Well, that's neat. I mean, this thing's pretty much a race car, right? That you can drive around on the road if you want. I mean, the Senna, if I remember right, and we can kind of figure this out here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted that to do. Okay, so some interesting specs about this car. It is, from what I understand, I had to look up a little bit, so because I don't remember all the details of every single car just because I like it. But I will say, whoa, what was that? My stand having a conniption is what it is. That's what you get. You know what? Easy solution. Tilt that. There you go. We're back in business. So anyway, the it's actually derived from the 720S. Uses the same engine and everything else. And 7-speed dual clutch, 500 foot-pounds of torque, around 789 horsepower. All from a 4-liter twin-turbo V8. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. It's just really insane. Your uncle is the reason I trained to become a Jedi. Well, yeah, you know. Uncles can have that effect. Threw out a day link to get into my Discord again on Twitter. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. I know how the story goes. He's forced to cut him down. Don't you hate it when that happens? I know I do. I do. I feel your pain. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Or to quote, the terrible uncle from Home Alone. If it makes you feel any better, I forgot my reading glasses. Like, that'll make me feel a lot better. I forget my kid. And you forgot your reading glasses. Darn. Dadgummit. Shucks. Look, it's got steering wheel now. Now Mac can drive his car. That isn't until, something breaks. Then he's got to stop with his little trusty wrench, fix it, or probably get it towed. That's more likely. Actually, McLarens are pretty solid cars as far as British cars go. It's not like a Land Rover or anything. It'll make it. Oh, jeez. So, turns out he was brainwashing me into an evil cult. Oh, no. It's terrible. How could he? That's horrible. Why would somebody do that? Why would he do that? I'm sorry that he did that to you. That's terrible. How could he? Oh, that's neat. Ooh, swing. Oh. Oh, that's right. I remember that now. I remember that. So, yeah, because the Senna here. The Senna has these windows at the bottom. And the windows at the bottom, it's really cool. Like, if you ever want, go look up Doug DeMuro. Doug DeMuro, the McLaren Senna, he does a review, and there's these windows down here, and you can see the road as you're driving, and it's just really weird. And it's part of the doors. It's just how it is as part of the door is crazy. But that's how they accomplished on this one. That's kind of neat. I mean, it's clever. It really is. I gotta give that to them. And it just sits in there. And then they build a little frame that they put on top of it. Oh, okay. So we got our frame pieces here. So we do that. My marching band had a cult. Really? You're free now. I'm glad to force set you free. I'm really happy. The saxophones created it. Your friend created it. He's a saxophone player. Saxophone players are strange people sometimes, buddy. I may or may not have known a few in my day. Oh, that's neat. All right. See then. See, look at that. It holds it down. Ain't going nowhere. Pretty cool. It's cool. That goes right there. Wow. Oh yeah, we gotta get these things right here. Saxophone players. Oh yeah. Like Kenny G. I mean, saxophone players are pretty weird. You got guys like Kenny G. I mean, you made it a mafia, huh? You were in a drum line, huh? I was quasi in drumline. Quasi. But not really. You made it your mafia, the drumline mafia. It's coming along, Captain. Yes, sir, Alex. Yes, sir. It is getting there. It's a fine looking, strange looking car. Fine looking, yet strange, I suppose I should say. Now this has some potential to be modded up pretty cool. Might be a little hard with some of this stuff, like the different arch that you put on. These type of arches right here that I use that have accommodate the smaller tires, because these are actually smaller. Oh, it's not quite. I think the boy was playing with that. That's okay though. I like to share. If your tire really does this when you drive, you might want to go to a discount tire. You might want to get that checked out. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't. This arch only accommodates this size wheel, and not these. But it makes it so it's lower to the ground, and you have to play more games with it. So any kind of lip that you may have in front ends up being different. So something like this with a smaller tire would set it lower to the ground. May or may not work, but we'll see. Ooh, I missed a few things. Yeah, we would gangbang other band members non-violently. We would just say things to make them. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm glad you clarified that. A lot of inside jokes in Drumline. Yes, there are a lot of interesting things about Drumline. One of the guys, Bermel, won't give you his first name, but Bermel, he had on Drumline, he was. Well, they basically called him Sloth from Goonies. And they did the whole, hey, you guys. Yeah, that face exactly, Alex, that face exactly. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Okay, so. You were the craziest group, huh? Crazy. Yes. Drummers are pretty crazy. I can vouch for that statement. I completely vouch for that one. Oh. Oh, that's neat. Oh, okay. I get you. All right. So we need to do 2 of these. Look, guys. Was that a $15 set? I may have to buy one for the parts. It was $12.93. Oops, wrong side. It's $12.93. Like I said, eventually, if I were to do like the whole tipping thing, we get like 20 people in or something like that and get tips or something like that. We maybe could upgrade to a $30 or $40 set and maybe more than that, and pimp them out, tweak them, make them unique, and then most of the time do giveaways, which would be really neat. But yeah, if I'm buying a $12 set myself, I'm probably just gonna hold on to them for parts. They come in handy. You also said example. We decided to be the first section to shut up on the field when the band director was talking. Well, that was that's a good example to set. I will say, as much fun as drummers tend to have, they also take the craft a little bit, when it comes down to actually doing stuff, a little bit more seriously. In my experience, that's what I've noticed anyway. That's for building this little thing. Drummers are fun, though. I do like drummers. Fun people to be around, I'd say. And it goes right there. Nice. Nice. Oh. Oh, you're supposed to put the sticker down. Some of these actually have this label that comes on it already. I don't really feel like doing that. I don't like putting stickers on things. Although I might on this one. I don't know. Me no know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Well, that's nice. That's cool. Vroom vroom, huh? That looks like a car, guys. That looks like a car. Which is funny when everyone else had a light instrument. Nice. I may buy a few. It's good to have uniform parts. Yes, it is. The drummer keeps the beat. That's also true. This is a fact. I do feel bad for cramping old PB's stream. I actually looked on there, and I just must have taken a little bit too long to get it all set up. But this happens. I think he's a grown man. I think he'll be okay. Just hope he didn't cry too much. Can't stand a grown man crying. Yeah, when they have not played in a while, they sound trashy. Yeah. Yep, it's true. My drum practice pad, and my sticks were one of the things that got left in Florida. Let's see here. What is this? Here, I'll check that out after the stream. I just got to it, but yes, I will scope it out after the stream. On my way, because I'll probably be heading to bed afterwards. A long week. Got Friday tomorrow, and I'm really happy it's Friday. Can't wait for it to be over. It's just been a weird week. Always a weird week. What am I talking about? Used to play drums in a band called President Fluid. The rhythm guitarist, and it said I played too fast. Ah. Mm-hmm. You need to get a metronome so you can use your phone to record. Yep. Yep, that's a good thing to have. You did use your phone to record, but you needed a metronome. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured that's kind of what you meant. Oh, that's neat. That's kind of cool how they did that. All right, so they put a couple more of these little pogo things in there like that. That's kind of neat. It's right there. I gotta say, Lego's been doing a better job innovating. Yeah, I hope it's good and relaxing too, except for the fact I'm being drugged to a dual birthday party on Sunday. And I gotta drive all the way across town to get there. And because I'm a man, I'm not entirely excited to go to a kid's birthday party. But these are some of the things that you got to do, apparently, or so I've been told. It's apparently it's expected that you go to little kids' birthday parties. It's like, well, I don't exactly look like a party clown, do I? If I'm not a party clown, why am I going to other kids' birthday parties? I just don't know. Who knows? But yeah, it should be interesting. Yeah. Oh my. Yes. Two kids getting a birthday party on the same day. There's going to be a ton of kids there. I don't own a flask. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest with you. So the oh my is very appropriate for this situation. I had to go to my kid's end of the year thing for school today. At this place that does like the jumping castles. They have it's like a warehouse that's got big jumping castles in it, and you pay money to go jumping castles, and there were so many kids running around screaming and blah, like, oh, make it stop. Didn't want to be there. Oh man. Your older sister and her daughter have the exact birthday. Wow. Well, it makes it convenient. I will say that when you have kids, it's convenient for the parents, I would say. If you have, kids, multiple kids, and they fall on the same birthday. My mother and my aunt have the same birthday. And my mother did not like that so much because she's older, and so she was kind of aggressive to the younger sibling, my aunt, which is kind of sad. But yes, from the parents' point of view, it's very, very. It is a good thing for the parent because then you only have to plan one birthday party instead of two. But somebody's going to get the shaft some way. These are just the way of things. Wow, that's neat. That's pretty cool. Oh, and it says to put some of these on it like that. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. She hates it. Her daughter gets all of the presents. Well, that's kind of my point. It's. Would you like to share your birthday with the younger sibling or your kid, and then everybody shower you with the gifts? Now, my wife's birthday is the day after our anniversary, and to be quite honest, she picked the day. Anniversary, not her birthday. She didn't get to pick that one. Surprisingly not, she didn't. But she picked the day that we got married. And she has since regretted it because, generally speaking, we go out to fancy dinner or do something special, and then we don't have any money left over for presents. No, like, I got you a card, but I didn't want a card. It's like, well, then you should have picked a better day. Sorry. Should have picked a better day. I'm holding this wrong. Gotta go this way. Oh, this way. Just like that. Oh, I can't really see it. There we go. I almost had the same birthday as my dad, or at least that is what my parents thought at the time. Oh, well, even if it's like this, around the same time, or like, like the kid that gets it, his birthday is on like right the week before or after Christmas, and he gets, screwed up, he gets screwed, doesn't get anything. Excuse me. Allergies are doing quite terribly here, so I apologize for the sniffling. Very rude. They get kind of shafted on presents for either their birthday or Christmas. That's cool. Your birthday is 13 days before hers. She gets mad about that too. That's funny. You came out about a month later. Wow. You just really didn't want to get out of there, did you? Check that out. Put back in there. Boom. Oh. That's interesting. That's not bad looking right there. You see that? That's pretty neat. It's pretty nifty neato. Well, it looks like we still got some parts left over here. So what does that mean? Hey, it says we got some parts here. I never have leftover parts. What am I missing? Oh, you know what I'm missing? Oh, good grief, guys. This right here. And go back a little further. Oh. Wait a minute. And that right there. Oh, boy. This is what happens when you jaw jack. When you try to do something. You miss valuable information. Whoops. There we go. I do that every time. Every time. And so we're going to rectify this mistake right here. I need my Flonase. Does anybody else have sinus fun? Because I really don't like it. So the rest of this is self-explanatory. Because if we can't figure out this part, we're in big trouble. We're in big, big, big trouble. Although we got some cool wheels to choose. I'm going to have to look at these wheels. I need to scrutinize these wheels. So we got to see your newborn was born on her grandpa's birthday. He loves it. That's because he isn't a petty female. Ooh, burn! And this is true. I hate to say it, but this kind of thing is true. It's not like a sexist thing to say. It's a truthful thing to say. It really is. Now, I had a picture of the sent up here. Let's see here. I want to see which one I like better. Which wheel combination I like better. Because, it's a pretty sexy car. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the 10 spokes. I gotta go with the 10 spokes. Oh man, the lighting on this got all funky all of a sudden. That's not good. I don't like that. You know what? I don't. Let's see here. No, didn't do that. Let's see here. Camera enhance. Autofocus. Auto. Jeez. All right. Auto. Wow, it's got really crappy all of a sudden. Must be the internet connection. We live in the desert, so the internet kind of goes. I noticed that. It's kind of weird. I don't like it. I do not like that. Please don't make it all weird and tinted funny colors. Please. I don't want any kind of weird effects on this. Weird. Oh well. I know, it's weird. I don't know where everything got all blue tinted. Let's get this back over here. Sorry to make the camera shake, by the way. I was just pressing as lightly as I could. See, this is weird. It's gray. And it's bluish. I don't like that. Technology, man. What can I say? And then it went back to normal colors. Oh, I know what's going on. Contrast. The contrast is all jacked up. So now everything went back to being kind of weird and blue. Something up with the contrast. Which is ironic because I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Core Prime this time. That rhymed. Did not mean to make that rhyme. Instead of my iPhone. And which is strange because the iPhone's it's an iPhone 5, and I think this Galaxy Core Prime has a better camera overall. But it's not impressing me at the moment. So we have a couple options, and I said I was going to put my 5-spoke wheels aside. Can never have enough of those. You're like that? Yeah, it actually does make a cool cockpit canopy. Actually, I don't know if I've used it on a ship. I've been wanting to. I was actually looking. Did I? No. That's. Where did that thing go? My projects vanished. Wonder where I put it. I'm terrific at misplacing things. I've been wanting to use this as a cockpit canopy at some point, and yeah. So we're going with this 10-spoke wheels. It's going to look real sharp. Just go ahead and populate all 4 wheels. Take our little axle deals here. Got a couple extra components here. Those are always the neat little extra parts that they give you for free, which is kind of cool. I do like that. So now I got some cool wheels here on the side. Boom. Yeah, it's a pretty badass car, actually. Now, I think this is a really hard car to do. Honestly, I think this one's a very difficult car to do. I give them props for trying it. There's a lot of very challenging lines on this car. I mean, it's just, I like what they did with the spoiler. That's kind of cool. And like the back end with what they did with the lights, that's pretty innovative. You know, and even those headlights here with these neato hammers. So, you know, the axe blade hammer type things is really cool. Sometimes, you know, lately I will say lately the Lego's gotten a lot better about coming up with innovative means to solve problems, you know, or solve design challenging design issues. I mean, this is the kind of car that obviously would stand well to be lowered, to maybe made a little shorter in the height. But overall, it's a really cool car. Not the prettiest car. You know, it's not becoming a constant. It's not as beautiful as this. You know, I mean, this is not as beautiful. It's just you can't get any more beautiful than a car like that. You really can't. But I don't work for Lego. I don't work for Lego. And you gotta play with it too. That's the other thing. Yeah, I don't like when studs are showing either. As you can see, I only have these studs showing on mine. Because I don't like studs showing, because it doesn't look as realistic. But there are limitations of what can be done, and that's to be expected. Especially when you try to tackle a myriad of just bizarre shapes, like this one has. I mean, this is just crazy. Plus, I'm not sure, but I think that this arch is maybe better suited than that smaller arch. But this has a lot of, I mean, at least they did something really cool at the front, how it curves like this. And got the, I mean, it does look pretty good overall, but there's a lot of difficult lines. Plus, they have to make these things sturdy because these things are expected to be played with by kids, right? Yes, the convertible has an ejector seat. Yes, you're absolutely correct. How did you know? How did you know? I designed it with an injector seat. There was a so. It's completely covered in dust. But here's a. This was originally. I don't know if any of you saw the Lego set that came in the store. But this was the. This right here was the Ford GT40 that you could buy in the Lego, you know, and it was they had they had the white one, so they had like the was it the new one? Oh yeah, so they had this one, and they had the brand new Ford GT, not the one that came out in 2005, but the brand new one. And I decided to redo it because I didn't like it. It bothered me. And so I made it shorter this way because it was too fat. It was a lot like this. You know, a good concept, a really strong concept. But it was just too chunky in this direction. And I did some funky things with the back end here. With the way the rear fascia is. And they also did, some interesting stuff with the front. And I kind of messed around with and played a lot of games with this to try to get the shape that I really, really wanted. And I was really proud of this. I kind of stole a couple parts, but this one came along quite nice. And it's really light too. That's the thing about this is it's really light. Whereas you get the these guys, it's like this is really I mean, it's hefty. It's surprisingly hefty. Oh, it looks like a car from Speed Racer. It does kind of, doesn't it? It does. I actually didn't think about that until you said it, but it does. That's cool. But it's not. And yes, it is a sexy car. I like it. I actually wish I had the parts to make the Golf, the orange and the blue. It came in. It's like it's a lightish blue. Azure, I think they call that blue. Azure and orange Golf. And the decals. This is one of the few times I use decals. So I used the decals from the kit on this thing. And I thought that fit, you know. I thought that fit. But that's the only time I tend to use decals. I just don't like decals that much. I don't like using stickers. I mean, like, I don't even use decals on this. Let's see if you can recognize this. Let's see if anybody can recognize this car. If I were to hold this car up right here, type it in the chat and tell me what you think this car is. What do you think this car is? If you had to guess. What do you think? I'm waiting. Oh, that's why. I'm not a car person, Kevin, so I have no idea. Oh, it's okay, dude. It's okay. Well, there's several other people that could answer that too, and so if I don't make... Okay, all right, so side profile. Make this easy. Side profile right here. You guys see the Corvette lines with the circular taillights, quad exhaust. Hey, there you go. The now correctly done quad exhaust. You had a 2008 diesel Golf. You took the Volkswagen logo and put it where the G was. Oh, okay. That's neat. This isn't like a question of what this car is. This is just a show and tell. This is also an Angel Guard Industries car. I didn't show this one off last stream, I don't think. But this one has a spoiler. It's a special car. That's a spoiler. And I did this one just for kicks and giggles. You make up your own thing. After a while, you work with enough of the cars, and you look at enough of the cars, you say, hey, I think I can incorporate this or that, or do some of these things in it, and you start playing around with it. And this was a lot of fun to do. With its special spoiler I did for it. It's like a drag spoiler, and it's kind of a complicated little setup, and took me a while to get it right. But I actually have to take that apart to get back in there right, but I'm not going to do that. It's a lot of... Oops. Right here. Sorry about that. It's right there. You called it the Wolf. Well, that's cool. That's really neat. So yeah, but there was another one. Where did that other car go? Huh? I don't know. But that's what we have so far, guys. We have last episode's car, today's episode's car. I don't know if we'll do a car next time or an airplane or something, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's fun. It was fun to do that one. But I think that's all we got for this evening. I do appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out with me and uh, building building a model here, and of course showing you the last week's revisions. And I might do something similar with this one. I am not quite sure yet. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it, play around with it. Maybe if I figure out some of these lines that can be done, let's see if we can make it better. Yeah, I'm going to watch. I'm gonna go watch Cyber's drum video as well, and then yes, definitely go build a spaceship. But I do appreciate everyone being here this evening, and yeah, we're gonna do this again. You have a good night, and we will talk to you later.